my dear friends. Welcome to English with Helen, the place where you learn, grow, and improve your English in the most simple and enjoyable way. I am so happy to have you here today. Whether you are listening while walking, driving, cooking, or just relaxing, I want to say thank you for joining me. In this podcast, we talk about English learning in a way that is easy, fun, and useful for you. And today we have a very special topic: fluency. I know that many of you want to speak English fluently, and you might feel that it's not easy. You may think, why can't I speak fast? Why do I always stop and think? Why do I feel nervous when I talk in English? If you have ever asked yourself these questions, don't worry. You are not alone. Many English learners feel the same way. But here's the good news. You can become fluent. And in today's episode, I am going to help you step by step. Now, what does fluency really mean? Does it mean speaking fast like a native speaker? No. Fluency means speaking naturally and smoothly without stopping too much. It means expressing your thoughts in English without fear and without hesitation. And guess what? You don't need perfect grammar. And you don't need big words to be fluent. Fluency is not about being perfect. It's about being comfortable and confident when you speak. But I know many of you struggle with this. Maybe you know a lot of words, but when you speak, you feel stuck. Maybe you understand English when you read or listen, but when it's time to talk, your mind goes blank. Maybe you feel afraid of making mistakes, and that stops you from speaking at all. Does this sound like you? If yes, then don't worry, my friend. This podcast is here to help you. Today, I am going to share powerful and simple tips that will help you improve your fluency. I will tell you what works and what doesn't, what mistakes to avoid, and how you can practice every day to speak more smoothly and confidently. And the best part, you don't need to live in an English-speaking country to improve. You can do it from anywhere. And I will tell you exactly how. So are you ready to take your English speaking skills to the next level? Stay with me till the end of this podcast because I have some really helpful tips for you. By the end of this episode, you will feel more confident, more motivated, and more ready to practice English in a new way. All right, let's begin our journey to fluency. Let's unlock your English potential together. Blast off. What is fluency? Understanding the concept. Fluency is one of the most important skills in English speaking. But what does fluency really mean? Many English learners think that fluency means speaking fast. But this is not true. Fluency does not mean speaking quickly like a native speaker. Instead, fluency means speaking naturally and smoothly without stopping too much. When you are fluent, you can express your ideas easily and clearly. You do not need to think too much about grammar rules or search for every word before you speak. Even if you make small mistakes, you keep talking without fear or hesitation. A fluent speaker communicates with confidence and does not worry too much about being perfect. Imagine two people talking. The first person speaks slowly, searching for words, and stopping many times. The second person speaks naturally, making small mistakes, but continuing without fear. Who do you think sounds more fluent, the second person? Fluency is about communication, not perfection. Fluency versus accuracy. What's the difference? When learning English, you may hear two words, often fluency and accuracy. Many learners get confused between these two, but they're not the same. Fluency is about speaking smoothly, naturally, and without long pauses. A fluent speaker can talk without stopping too much, even if they make small grammar mistakes. Accuracy is about speaking correctly using the right grammar, vocabulary, and sentence structure. An accurate speaker focuses on correct English, making fewer mistakes, but sometimes speaking more slowly. Imagine you are learning to drive a car. Fluency is like driving confidently on the road, even if you don't know every rule perfectly. Accuracy is like knowing every traffic rule but driving very slowly because you are too careful. Both are important. But if you want to communicate well in English, fluency should be your first goal. Now, should you only focus on fluency and forget about accuracy? No. Fluency and accuracy should go together. But in the beginning, fluency is more important. If you try to speak 100% correctly all the time, you will stop too much, and this will hurt your confidence. But if you focus on fluency first, you will learn accuracy step by step as you practice. Many native speakers do not always speak with perfect grammar, but they speak fluently. This is why when you learn English, you should first become comfortable with speaking and then work on improving your accuracy. Why is fluency important in real conversations? Fluency is very important in real-life conversations because real communication is not like a grammar test. When you talk to people, they do not wait for you to think about every sentence. They expect you to speak naturally and keep the conversation going. If you stop too much to think, the conversation will become difficult and you may feel nervous. Imagine you are in a situation where you need to speak English, maybe at work, in school, or while traveling. You want to ask a question, but you stop too many times to think about the right words. The other person may lose interest or become confused. But if you speak fluently, even with small mistakes, the conversation will continue smoothly. Fluency also helps you connect with people. When you can speak comfortably, you feel more confident, and others enjoy talking to you. You do not need to be perfect to have a good conversation. Even if your grammar is not 100% correct, if you can express your ideas clearly, people will understand you. Think about small children learning their first language. They do not focus on grammar rules, but they can still speak fluently. They make mistakes, but they learn naturally by speaking every day. This is the same for English learners. The more you practice speaking without fear, the more fluent you will become. Fluency is not about speaking fast or using perfect grammar. It is about expressing your thoughts smoothly and confidently. In real conversations, fluency is more important than accuracy because communication is the key. If you want to improve your fluency, do not be afraid of making mistakes. Keep speaking, keep practicing, and your fluency will get better over time. Remember, the goal is not perfection. The goal is communication. So from today, focus on speaking naturally and enjoying the process. Fluency is a journey, and every time you practice, you are getting better. Common problems in English fluency. Becoming fluent in English is a journey, and many learners face common problems along the way. These problems can slow down progress and make speaking English feel difficult. However, understanding these challenges is the first step to overcoming them. In this section, we will talk about the 4 most common problems in English fluency and how they affect your speaking skills. 1. Fear of making mistakes. One of the biggest reasons learners struggle with fluency is the fear of making mistakes. Many English learners feel shy or nervous when speaking because they are afraid of saying something wrong. They worry about grammar pronunciation or using the wrong words. They think, what if people laugh at me, or what if I sound silly? But here's the truth. Making mistakes is a natural part of learning. No one speaks a new language perfectly from the beginning. Even native speakers make mistakes when they talk. The most important thing is communication, not perfection. Think about small children learning their first language. Do they always use perfect grammar? No. But they keep talking and learning naturally. This is how language learning works. If you stop yourself every time you think you might make a mistake, you will never get a chance to improve. So, what should you do? Change your mindset. Instead of being afraid of mistakes, see them as learning opportunities. Every time you make a mistake, you are improving. The more you practice, the fewer mistakes you will make in the future. Confidence comes from speaking, not from waiting for perfection. 2. Thinking too much before speaking. Another common problem is thinking too much before speaking. Many learners try to create a perfect sentence in their head before they say it. They focus too much on grammar and vocabulary, and by the time they are ready to speak, the conversation has already moved on. This happens because English learners often translate from their native language into English. When you do this, it slows you down. Your brain needs time to find the right words, arrange them in a sentence, and then say them out loud. This process takes too much time and makes speaking feel stressful. Fluent speakers do not stop to think about every word. They just speak naturally. The best way to fix this problem is to practice thinking in English. Try to stop translating in your head. Instead of thinking, how do I say this in English, just try to express your idea in a simple way. For example, instead of thinking I want to say that the weather is nice today because the sun is shining and there are no clouds in the sky, just say it's a beautiful day today. Keep it simple. When you stop overthinking, you will feel more confident and speak more fluently. 3. Lack of confidence. Many learners lack confidence when speaking English. They think my English is not good enough, or I will never be able to speak like a native speaker. This negative thinking makes it harder to speak fluently. Confidence is one of the most important parts of fluency. If you do not believe in yourself, you will hesitate and stop speaking. But the truth is, you do not need perfect English to be confident. Confidence comes from practice and experience. Think about something you're already good at. Maybe you can cook well, play a sport, or use a computer easily. When you first started, you were not an expert. But with practice, you became better and more confident. The same thing happens with English. The more you speak, the more confident you will become. To build confidence, practice speaking every day, even if it is just for a few minutes. Talk to yourself in English. Read aloud. Record your voice and listen to it. The more you hear yourself speak in English, the more comfortable you will feel. Confidence is not something you wait for. It is something you create. 4. Not enough speaking practice. The biggest reason people struggle with fluency is simple. They do not practice speaking enough. Many learners spend a lot of time reading, writing, and listening, but they do not speak. They think I will start speaking when I know enough English. But this is a mistake. Speaking is a skill just like swimming or playing the guitar. You cannot learn it just by watching videos or reading books. You have to do it yourself. If you do not practice speaking, you will never become fluent. So how can you get more speaking practice? Here are some ideas. Find a speaking partner. Talk to a friend, teacher, or language partner in English. Join online conversation groups. Many websites and apps connect English learners around the world. Talk to yourself. If you have no one to talk to, practice alone. Describe what you see. Talk about your day or say your thoughts out loud. Use shadowing technique. Listen to native speakers and repeat what they say, copying their pronunciation and rhythm. Think in English. Try to describe things in English in your mind instead of using your native language. The more you practice speaking, the easier it will become. Fluency is not about knowing English. It is about using English. Improving your fluency takes time, but it is possible for everyone. The most common problems in English fluency are fear of making mistakes. Remember, mistakes are part of learning. Thinking too much before speaking. Stop translating and start thinking in English. Lack of confidence. Confidence comes from practice, not from waiting for perfection. Not enough speak and practice. If you want to be fluent, you have to speak more. The good news is, all of these problems have solutions. The more you practice, the more fluent and confident you will become. So don't be afraid. Start speaking today. Effective methods to improve fluency. Fluency is not something that happens overnight. It takes practice, patience, and the right methods. Many English learners want to speak fluently, but they do not know the best way to practice. Some learners spend too much time memorizing grammar rules, while others only listen to English without speaking. The truth is, fluency comes from speaking. Not just knowing English, but actually using it. In this section, we will discuss effective methods that can help you improve your fluency faster. These are practical tips that you can use every day to make your English more natural and confident. 1. Speak every day. Practice is key. The most important thing you can do to improve fluency is speak every day. Many learners think they need a teacher or a partner to practice speaking, but the truth is, you can practice alone too. The more you use English, the more comfortable and confident you will become. Here are some ways to speak more in your daily life. Talk to yourself in English. Describe what you are doing, what you see, or what you are thinking. For example, when you are cooking, say, "Now I am cutting the vegetables. I need to add some salt. The food smells good." Talking to yourself helps your brain get used to thinking in English. Join English groups or find a partner. Find a friend, a language exchange partner, or a tutor to practice with. Speaking with real people will help you feel more confident in conversations. Use English in daily life. Try speaking English when ordering food at a restaurant, asking for directions, or talking to people online. Even small conversations help you practice fluency. Fluency is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. 2. Listen more. Speak more. Listening and speaking are connected. The more you listen to English, the better you will understand how native speakers talk. This helps you improve your pronunciation, intonation, and speaking rhythm. Some useful ways to listen and improve fluency. Listen to English podcasts, audiobooks, and videos. Choose topics that interest you. Podcasts are great because they help you hear natural English conversation. Try the shadowing technique. Listen to native speakers and repeat immediately after them. Copy their pronunciation, speed, and tone. This is a great way to train your mouth and brain to speak English naturally. Speak aloud what you hear. If you watch a movie or a YouTube video, pause it and repeat what the speaker says. This helps you practice sentence structure and pronunciation. Listening actively and speaking what you hear helps you sound more natural when you talk. 3. Think in English. One common problem English learners face is translating from their native language before speaking. This slows down fluency and makes sentences sound unnatural. The best way to speak fluently is to think directly in English. Here's how you can start thinking in English. Change your inner thoughts to English. Instead of thinking in your native language, try expressing your thoughts in English. For example, when you see a dog, don't think chien if you speak French, or perro if you speak Spanish. Instead, just think dog in English. Describe your actions in English. Throughout the day, describe what you are doing in your head. If you are getting dressed, think I am wearing my blue shirt today. If you are going to the store, think I need to buy some fruit and vegetables. Talk to yourself in your mind. If you are waiting for a bus or walking alone, have an inner conversation in English. Ask yourself questions like, what will I do today? Or, what did I learn yesterday? The more you train your brain to think in English, the easier it will be to speak fluently. 4. Learn useful phrases and expressions. Many learners focus too much on individual words, but in real conversations, people use phrases and expressions, not just single words. Learning phrases makes it easier to speak fluently without stopping. Some useful tips. Focus on phrases instead of single words. Instead of memorizing words like happy or excited, learn common phrases like, I'm really happy about that, or that's so exciting. Learn sentence patterns and practice them. Many English sentences follow the same patterns. For example, could you please help me? I'm not sure if it will rain today. That sounds like a good idea. If you learn these patterns, you can speak faster and with more confidence. 5. Read and repeat. Reading helps you see how sentences are structured, and repeating out loud helps you practice pronunciation and fluency. Some good ways to practice. Read simple books, newspapers, or online articles. Choose materials that match your level. If a book is too difficult, try something easier. Repeat sentences out loud. If you find a sentence that sounds useful, read it several times. This helps your brain remember how to say it correctly. Use audiobooks and follow along. Listen to a book while reading the text. This helps you connect spoken and written English. Reading and repeating help you develop natural fluency and pronunciation. 6. Record yourself speaking. Many learners don't realize their mistakes because they never hear themselves speak. Recording yourself is a powerful way to improve pronunciation, confidence, and fluency. Try this. Record your voice while speaking English. Talk about your day. Describe a picture or read a short passage. Listen to your recording. Notice your pronunciation and fluency. Do you sound clear? Are you hesitating too much? Compare with native speakers. Listen to a native speaker and try to copy their rhythm and intonation. At first, it may feel strange to hear your own voice, but over time, this method will help you speak more naturally. 7. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Fear of making mistakes is one of the biggest barriers to fluency. Many learners feel nervous about speaking because they don't want to sound wrong. But remember, mistakes are a natural part of learning. Here's why mistakes are good. They help you learn faster. Every mistake teaches you something new. They show that you are trying. If you never make mistakes, you're not practicing enough. People don't care about mistakes. Most native speakers will understand you even if your grammar is not perfect. The key is to focus on communication, not perfection. If you keep speaking, you will improve over time. Improving your fluency takes effort, but with the right methods, you can become a confident English speaker. The best ways to improve fluency are speak every day. Use English as much as possible. Listen more, speak more. Train your ears and mouth together. Think in English. Stop translating and start thinking directly in English. Learn useful phrases. Focus on real-life expressions. Read and repeat. Read out loud to improve pronunciation. Record yourself speaking. Listen to yourself and improve. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Fluency comes from practice, not perfection. Start using these methods today, and soon you will speak English fluently and confidently. Fun activities to improve fluency. Improving fluency in English can be an enjoyable and engaging process when approached with creativity and enthusiasm. Traditional study methods such as memorizing vocabulary and practicing grammar are essential, but incorporating fun activities can make the learning experience more effective and enjoyable. By using entertaining exercises like word games, singing English songs, watching movies with subtitles, storytelling, and describing pictures, learners can develop their speaking skills naturally and effortlessly. These activities help build confidence, improve pronunciation, and enhance comprehension while making the learning process exciting and dynamic. One of the most effective ways to enhance fluency is by playing word games and participating in speaking challenges. Games like Scrabble Boggle and Taboo encourage learners to think quickly and expand their vocabulary. Additionally, engaging in tongue twisters helps improve pronunciation and articulation, making it easier to speak fluently. Speaking challenges such as describing an object in a minute without pausing or debating on a random topic also push learners to think and express themselves in English without hesitation. By integrating these interactive activities, learners can build their fluency while having fun and staying motivated. Singing English songs and learning lyrics is another enjoyable method to improve fluency. Music naturally enhances language learning by reinforcing pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm. By choosing favorite songs, listening to them repeatedly, and singing along, learners can internalize sentence structures and vocabulary effortlessly. Karaoke sessions or apps like Smule provide a platform to practice singing English songs while improving pronunciation. Additionally, analyzing song lyrics helps learners understand the meaning of phrases and idiomatic expressions, making it easier to incorporate them into daily conversations. Singing is not only a fun activity, but also an excellent way to strengthen listening skills and develop a natural flow in speech. Watching movies with English subtitles is a highly effective way to immerse oneself in the language while enjoying an engaging storyline. This method helps learners associate spoken words with written text, reinforcing vocabulary and comprehension skills. Choosing movies with clear dialogues and simple language such as animated films or sitcoms makes the process easier for beginners. Gradually, learners can switch to watching without subtitles to train their listening skills further. Additionally, pausing the movie to repeat lines or imitate accents can improve pronunciation and boost confidence. Watching movies in English not only enhances fluency, but also exposes learners to different accents, cultural references, and conversational expressions commonly used by native speakers. Storytelling and describing pictures are fantastic exercises for developing fluency and creative thinking. Creating short stories using new vocabulary words encourages learners to construct sentences confidently and express their thoughts without hesitation. Storytelling can be done individually or in groups where one person starts a story and others continue it. Adding new twists and details. This exercise enhances spontaneous thinking and improvisation skills essential for natural conversations. Similarly, describing pictures helps learners develop their descriptive vocabulary and improve their ability to form sentences quickly. Looking at a random image and narrating what is happening in it encourages learners to use adjectives, verbs, and prepositions effectively. These exercises not only improve fluency, but also boost creativity and self-expression in English. Incorporating fun activities into language learning makes the process more enjoyable and effective. Word games and speaking challenges enhance vocabulary and quick thinking, while singing English songs improves pronunciation and rhythm. Watching movies with subtitles strengthens listening and comprehension skills, and storytelling exercises foster creativity and confidence in speaking. Describing pictures sharpens observational and descriptive skills, making communication more fluent and natural. By consistently engaging in these activities, learners can develop fluency in an enjoyable and interactive manner. The key to language learning success lies in making it an exciting and immersive experience, ensuring long-term motivation and progress in fluency. Motivation and consistency. Improving your fluency in English is not an easy task, but it is a journey that is worth every effort. One of the most important factors in this journey is motivation. Without motivation, it can be hard to keep going, especially when you face challenges. In addition to motivation, consistency plays a key role in making real progress. In this section, we will explore how to stay motivated, practice daily, and maintain consistency in your learning process. These are the keys to fluency, and with the right mindset, you can achieve your goals and enjoy every step of the way. 1. Stay motivated and practice daily. The first step in improving your English fluency is to stay motivated. Motivation will drive you to practice regularly even when you feel tired or frustrated. Without it, it can be easy to give up after a few days or weeks. But with the right mindset, you can push through and keep making progress. Here are some tips to help you stay motivated. Find your why. Why do you want to learn English? Do you want to travel, get a better job, or connect with more people? Remind yourself of these reasons every time you feel tired or unmotivated. Celebrate small wins every time you learn a new word, phrase, or sentence. Celebrate. Recognize your progress and give yourself credit. This will keep you motivated to keep going. Keep the end goal in mind. Imagine yourself speaking English confidently in front of others. Picture yourself having a conversation with native speakers. Visualizing your success can keep you excited about the journey. By staying motivated, you will be more likely to practice every day, which is essential for fluency. The more you practice, the more you will improve. 2. Set small goals. Talk for 5 minutes a day. One of the most effective ways to stay motivated is to set small, achievable goals. Large goals like speak fluent English can feel overwhelming, but breaking them down into smaller tasks makes them more manageable. For example, set a goal to speak for just 5 minutes a day in English. This might sound easy, but those 5 minutes can make a big difference. Here are some ideas for small goals. Speak for 5 minutes a day. You can talk to yourself, practice with a friend, or even record yourself. The key is to speak even if it's just for a short time. Learn 3 new words a day. Focus on words that you can use in real conversations. By the end of the week, you will have learned 21 new words. Listen to English for 10 minutes a day. Whether it's a podcast, a YouTube video, or an audiobook, listening regularly will help improve your fluency. Setting small goals keeps you on track and prevents you from feeling overwhelmed. Plus, when you reach a goal, you will feel a sense of achievement that motivates you to keep going. 3. Keep learning and enjoying the process. Learning English is a journey, not a race. It's important to enjoy the process and have fun with it. When you enjoy what you're doing, you will naturally be more motivated to practice. Here's how to keep learning and enjoying the process. Make it fun. Learn in ways that you enjoy. If you love movies, watch English films. If you enjoy music, listen to English songs and learn the lyrics. Make English a part of your hobbies. Stay curious. The more curious you are, the more you will want to learn. Ask questions, explore new topics, and seek out new learning materials. Be patient with yourself. Fluency takes time. Don't be hard on yourself when you make mistakes. Instead, see them as opportunities to learn. Celebrate every step of progress. If you continue to enjoy the process of learning English, it'll never feel like a chore. You'll want to practice every day and see your fluency grow over time. Motivation and consistency are the two keys to mastering English fluency. By staying motivated, setting small goals, and enjoying the process, you will make steady progress and reach your fluency goals. Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep practicing, stay positive, and enjoy your journey. With patience and dedication, you will achieve fluency and feel more confident in your English skills. Keep going and believe in yourself. Final words and encouragement. As we wrap up this podcast, I want to leave you with a few important reminders. Fluency takes time, and that's completely okay. It's a gradual process, and the key is to keep moving forward no matter how small the steps may seem. Every day you practice, you're getting closer to your goal. It's not about rushing, but about making consistent progress over time. It's important to be patient with yourself. Sometimes you may feel like you're not improving as fast as you'd like, but remember that every effort you put in is valuable. Even when you make mistakes, you're learning and growing. Every mistake is an opportunity to do better next time. So don't let frustration stop you. Keep practicing, and over time you will see the improvements you're looking for. Lastly, I want to encourage you with this thought. Believe in yourself. The journey of learning English may not always be easy, but it's worth it. Your dreams of speaking fluently are within reach. Keep showing up every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Each day, you speak, listen, and learn. You're one step closer to your fluency goals. Stay motivated, stay consistent, and above all, enjoy the journey. You've got this. Keep practicing, and before you know it, you'll be speaking English confidently and fluently. Thank you for joining me today on this episode of Code U English. Keep learning, and I'll see you in the next one.